Just doing some little tests on, just doing some little checks on a gorgeous boy here. And can you just remind me, so I just asked you to tell me the sounds in words. So like I asked you like the word dog, and you said there were 3 sounds. So like it would be d, o, g. 3 sounds.
Yeah.
So what did you say, remind me, for frog? How many sounds did you tell me there were in frog?
4.
Show me the sounds that you said. Fr. O.
G.
G. So 3 sounds. So what did you think the first one was?
F.
Right, give me the sounds.
Fr.
Fr. How do I do a fr?
F.
And a fr. O.
G.
G. Okay. And then when I asked you to do trip, what's the first sound?
Tr.
Trip. Tr.
I.
P. So you went, what was the first sound?
Tr.
So how do I write that one?
He's eating the
Oh, he's eating the board rubber, Sammy. Okay, so what was it? Trip. So where are we up to? Tr. How do I make this into a sound? Sam, chew your bone, not my pen. Thank you. Tr.
I.
P. Trip. Okay, so then, and we did quite a few more, and then I went on to ask you some funny words. So I asked you to say like Pim without the P. So what did you say with Pim without the P?
In.
Oh, well done. What about sip without the S?
I.
Oh, too good. What about stop without the S?
Up.
Up. What about nest without the T?
Ne.
Ne. What about flag without the F?
Ag.
Ag. What about best without the S?
Be.
What about plum without the ooh?
Plum.
Tell me again. So plum without the ooh. Just whatever you think. Plum without the ooh.
OP.
What about last one? Grill without the r. Gosh, it's dogs, it's telephones.
OG.
So give me the sound. So grill without the r. What would the word be? What would the sounds be? Sam, go away. Grill without the r. What would be the word? Ill. So grill without the r. Ill. Well done. Okay, so just blend these words for me. So I'm going to give you some sounds. I want you to blend them into a word. G, r, a, s.
Grass.
Oh, fantastic. K, r, a, n, ch.
Crunch.
Oh, you're too brilliant. Okay, and we also... Okay, now, what I want to just show you... See, a lot of teachers, for some reason, put sounds together. Now, let me tell you what a sound pick is. Here we go, I'm going to write it. Sound. Sound pick. Now, the reason I've done this, and I've put, look at those lines underneath, is because these are all sound picks. If it's got a line underneath, it's a sound pick. And what that means is, it's just a picture of a sound. So what's this a picture of?
S.
It is, that's the letter name, but it's a picture of what sound? Well done. What's this a picture of?
Ow.
Ow, well done. You, and even if you didn't know that, you'd be able to work it out because you go ow, d. Well done. And ick. What about, so what's this sound pick? What's this? If I look at this picture, it's a h. What about this? Well done, because, well, why isn't it h? It makes a new sound pick. So this is a sound pick. So anytime it's something where you say a different sound, it's called a sound pick. So if you're playing speech sound detective and looking at a word and you tell the child what the word is, and then you're going to work out which are the sound pics, so which are the links between the speech sounds and the representations on paper, then what we're doing there is not counting letters, we're counting how many representations of the speech there are. So if you had the word shop, when you look at that word, the S and the H together, they create that, they represent the sh. So you would underline one there because that is one representation of the speech sound. That's the sh. If it was shop, it'd be sh, op. So you'd have 3 lines underneath that word shop, even though there are 4 letters. If you're listening, so that you're actually going to then put it down on paper for spelling, then when you're listening, you need to think, even though I might roll the sounds together as I'm saying the word, think about this as the rule. So even if you've got a simple word like ant, and even if you don't technically very clearly say ant, because when you blend them you lose a little tiny bit of that, so you're blending into ant, then when we're counting for spelling, we're still going to separate them because the A and the N together are still just blended. They're not making a completely different sound. So when we're going to then put it on paper for ant, even if you hear ant, what we need to do is make sure on paper we're representing it as 3, ant, because the an are they're just blended. And this is actually really, really important for those children who struggle. Even with this word ant, if I was to ask this child to give me ant without the n, he would say t, because he still thinks ant, if that's what his teachers taught him. So if a teacher ever teaches the children to listen for an, t, and think of it as 3 sounds, then that's what, as 2 sounds, then that's where he's going to have major problems with the spelling. This kind of stuff really does matter. So please be really clear about what actually works for children who are having reading and spelling difficulties. We don't have many rules in the SSP approach because we don't need to. We don't need to have magic keys and whatever else. And you'll see why the more you watch the approach. It's a lot more simple for children. They don't have to remember rules, they just understand it. But this is one that really does help them. When I was asking you to take out some sounds, oh yeah. so when I was asking you to take out some, when I asked you to give me some words like nest, you did this. You went st. So you did 3 sound pics. But is this a sound pic?
Yes.
Because what's if I say that, what's this sound? What's this? T. And if I go put them together, st, it's still the same as if I go st. I'm just blending them together. So that's not a sound pic. So what it should have been is it should have been 4. It should have been nest, and that should keep it nice and simple.
Oh.
Okay, so don't put the and the t together. So then later on, if I said to you, give me nest without the t, now you tell me what it is, because you said it was ne, because you put the s and the t together. So when you took the t out, you took the s out as well, and you said ne. But now I've told you, I'm rubbing it out with my finger. But now I've said to you, no, they're 4 sounds, and you've taken out the t. So what is it if I take out the t?
Nest.
Nest, well done, absolutely. So now it's nest. So what about when I said to you, give me stop, stop. Right, so stop has got how many sounds? Well done, so it's because we just said that, didn't we? Stop, 4 sounds. So now, if I tell you, like with stop, if I asked you to take off the t, what would the word be?
Op.
Well done, it would be sop. It wouldn't be op, which is what you said before. So one of the things we need to do with you is make sure you really know which the sound pics are, because then it will really help you with your spelling, because you're going to make sure your spelling and your reading, because you're going to know exactly which the sound pics are. So Mr. Clever Clogs, what I want you to do now is write a word for me. I want you to write ship. Okay, so what I want you to do is now think ship. So how many sounds are there? How many sound pics should there be? Sh is 1. Well done. Fantastic. You did exactly right. Ship. Sh. Ip. Now, just read this one for me now back. So, shh. What's that sound?
E.
Now, is that an I or is that an E?
E.
If I said to you that's an E, what would that make the word be now?
Ship.
Ship. It would. Well done. So, what do we have to change it for? Ship. Ship.
Put that.
You're too clever. Fantastic. Oh, my goodness me. And what about if I ask you, oh, I'm going to give you a difficult one. I'm going to ask you to write throat. O-T. So when you're going to spell a new word, I want you to think in sounds first. O-T. And even if you're not exactly right, I want you to think how many sounds first. So there's 4. So do 4 spaces. Let's do 4 spaces first. Hold on. Throat. So let's do 4 little lines. O-T. 4 lines. Fantastic. Okay, so let's work it out. So which ones do you know already? It's just like a detective thing. So well done. So you did the th. And then what's the next sound? Ooh. What's the next one? O-T. Fantastic. Exactly right. So that could be an O sound. O-T. Well done. Now supposing I tell you that there's another way to do an O sound. Let me show you. B. Oh, what's this word?
Boat.
Boat. Where are the sound pics? There's one.
And there's
Yeah.
one.
Well done. B-oat. So what's that sound?
O.
Oh, well done. Now, supposing you change that O one to this one. Do that for me.
Do I make it a A?
Yeah, no, O-A, because that's the O sound we're going to put. All on that line, on that same line. That's it. Now, let's have a look. O-T. Perfect. Oh, my goodness me. So what we're going to do is try and crack this code. Okay, so let's do another one because you're so clever. Let me see if I can trick you. Oh my goodness. Science. Now let's think of the sounds first. Well done. You see, you were doing it even before I. Science. I. Science. So 5 sounds. And it doesn't matter if we haven't got it exactly right, but this is where we want to start so we can give ourselves the greatest chance to actually get it right. Okay, well done. So science. So what would the first sound be? So give me the whatever you think for s. Well done. Now what's the next sound? I. Now what are you going to put for the I? Brilliant. I. So I. Sci. Science. Science. What are we going to put on the end? That's perfect. Science. What are you going to put with this? Fantastic. Oh, so clever. Well done. And that's brilliant because that's just how it is. So now this here is absolutely right. Oh, sorry, what I'm going to tell you here is that this sound, do you know what? There are actually 8, it's just to confuse us, there are actually 8 different ways that we could do this sound. Now this is one of them. This is another one. This is another one that's weird. They have that one at the beginning of something like psychology. That's a weird one. I know, very strange. We have, what's another one? Like thistle.
Circling.
So that could be one, that could be one, that could be one. So let me tell you, it's one of these. Now, which one should we try? I actually think it's this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you it's this sound pic. That's it. So rub that one out. And then put... Els, we're just videoing for a second.
What?
We're just videoing. Thanks, honey. Right, so put that at the beginning.
Okay.
Brilliant. So we've got I-E-N. Now here, oh yes, that was another one.
Yeah.
So here, you were exactly right. That is one way to do this sound. Now let me tell you that in this particular word, that's another sound.
Now, after you've been discovering the word and the correct spelling, I call it the king spelling, that's when you then write the word, get the child to write down the word, 5 or 7 times. But whilst they're doing it, get them to actually write it and say the speech sound to sound pic link at the same time. So if they were doing science, then they would write, as they're writing the S representation, which is the SC, they'd write S, I, E, N, S. so they'd say the sounds as they're actually writing it, and that will really help the brain to cement it. If you want some more information, please do contact me. Thanks for watching.